Hey everybody, it's Dean Etheridge. I'm here in the home of my good friend Chip Eichelberger. Chip is a speaker and an author, and for many years he was the international point man for Tony Robbins in the United States, Australia, and the UK. He's been speaking on his own since 1993. Fortune 500 companies use Chip to open and close sessions, and what Chip talks about is getting switched on, and that's closing the gap between where they are and where they could be. So Chip, actually I showed Chip sending out cards back in August of last year because I thought he could use it for his particular business. And I was just going to talk to Chip today about how he uses send out cards, if it's been effective, and kind of what's out there in the business world today. So if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about you, Chip.
Sure. When I saw the tool, I recognized it pretty quickly because, I mean, business, I think, is really about relationships, and now people rely, and social media can be effective. People really rely on, you know, Twitter and LinkedIn and Facebook and email, but the people I'm trying to connect with, I need to create a relationship with them, not just about me, but about, you know, family. So if I had the ability, and I didn't have it. I mean, I was haphazard. I gotta admit, like some people, when the economy was really good, I got a little bit lazy. Business was very good. The phone was ringing. I got away from doing the little stuff that got me to where I was. You know, I was very good at sending out little cards and gifts, but after a while, I mean, if I wanted to send out cookies to the speakers bureaus that promoted me, I'd literally go down to Ingles, get this special chocolate chip cookie dough with the M&Ms, and I'm not kidding. I'd get them to make 100 dozen, then I'd hire somebody to help me, and we'd get the boxes, we'd get the cards, we'd get the priority mail boxes and ship that out. And so when I saw the automation tool with send out cards, the ability to send out, let's say, 67 brownies with a customized card, and I clicked a button, that's all I had to do, you know, it was pretty easy. But I think business is about relationships, and when the people I'm communicating with, I mean, think about it, you know, with you, how many personal cards do you get in the mail a week?
That's right, we get a lot of emails, text messages.
Yeah, not many. So, I mean, you've got somebody's 100% attention right there. And so it gives the ability to customize it and use it. So once I saw that, plus I wasn't managing my database as well as I could. So this gave me a way to create groups of, not just for, you know, doing family Christmas cards, but let's say these are speakers, bureaus, reps, these are different groups of clients, so if I wanted to communicate them, I'd create something once, it could be customized, click a button, out the door. I mean, that really made a difference.
Awesome. Yeah, well, you know, this was back in August, I guess, that we did this. You know, you've been out speaking, you know, a lot of things have changed in our economy, but what are you seeing out there in the marketplace? I mean, one of the things you talk about, again, is getting switched on, and when you talk to salespeople, professionals, what are they doing out there in the marketplace, or what should they be doing to make themselves different or separate themselves from their competition?
Well, I think one of the key things is you've got to be able to, one of my great mentors, Jim Rohn, who Tony actually worked with for many years. And Jim Rohn, if you don't know him, go to jimrohn.com. Brilliant guy, passed away last December actually. And he said, you know, a lot of the success is doing the things the failures don't like to do. So what are the things you used to do that got you to where you were? Most people, it's like, well, you know, I got up a little bit earlier, whether I got my workout in or I planned the day before. I just didn't hit the office and figure out what I was going to do. I planned out Sunday night for the week. I planned each day. I didn't leave before I had the day planned. I prepared a little bit for the sales call or a little bit for the day. Now we've got the internet. It's so easy to prepare and jump on a LinkedIn profile or research a company. So it's getting back to the basics. Doing what you say you're going to do, following up. I remember one of my clients, I've done a lot for the Tree Care Industry Association. I remember when I was doing that event, researching, talking to some of the top people, I said, you know, what's the most important part of your job? He goes, the last 5 minutes. I go, what do you mean the last 5 minutes? Well, you could be there for 5 hours and do a wonderful job, but if you leave crap in the driveway and branches or stuff there, or something, it's the last 5 minutes. So what is the last 5 minutes of what you do? The little detailing part that people go, wow, that's amazing. Boy, you really went the extra mile. That's amazing attention to detail that you did that for me. So part of it, I think, is getting back to the basics, doing little things that get people to say, huh, wow, I've never seen anybody do that.
The purple cow, so to speak.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, I just did a program for the International Association of Compounding Pharmacists who compound different drugs to put them together, you know, for veterinary use or consumer use. And it's the phone call after the prescription was written to somebody. It's the dentist who calls after the wisdom teeth were taken out. It's the little card in the mail from the massage therapist saying, I'll let you know, I really appreciate your business. If there's anybody who I can help, please don't keep me a secret. So it's getting back to do the little things.
That's great. Tom Hopkins talks a lot about the power of a handwritten note. He's one of the best, most successful real estate and speakers in the entire world. But you know, I think that's what sending out cards has done for me. I did, you know, I had great intentions all my life. You know, when I would call on a customer, but I never. It was just too difficult, and I never took the time.
Well, you didn't have a system.
No, I didn't.
Didn't have a system to make it easy. Once you have the ability, that's one of the neat things within the system. It's to be able to create campaigns where a card is there for different customer touch points, where it's already done, the name's going to be put in. You can go back and customize it even more, but it's not like, okay, I've got to go to the store, I've got to get the card, I've got to write it, and then if your writing's like me, you know, 1 out of 4 times I'm going to screw up and got to throw that card away, then you've got to mail. Here you've got the system, it's created, you know, it's one touch and you're done.
Good deal. Well, Chip, really, that's I really appreciate your time today and telling us a little bit about you. If you want to visit Chip's website, it's
GetSwitchedOn.com. Absolutely, got some excellent products there. If you're kind of searching right now, there's a new double CD I did about, you know, kind of getting switched on and reevaluating your life and getting what you want now. I'm just a big believer in the time you spend on yourself is going to be well worth it long term. When things get tough, people aren't reading the extra books. They're not listening to this stuff. You've got to get out and looking at reevaluating. I think that's what a lot of people are doing in the economy right now.
That's right.
Especially with their like reevaluating, you know, 5 years
We're
out.
having to go back to the drawing board.
Exactly, yeah.
And it all starts with me. So, but Chip, thanks again for your
You're
time.
welcome.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, take care, man.
Bye.
Bye-bye.